you're seeing is video out of Pakistan, the result of several months of heavy rainfall leading to an apocalyptic level of flooding. And that video is unbelievable. I'm sure you've seen others. We'll go to some as we discuss this, but almost every bit of video looks like the end of the world. It looks like someone is recreating biblical scenes, but in the present day. And this is not something that we are simply looking back on in horror. This is an incident that is still ongoing. There are people struggling and dying in this situation in Pakistan, literally as we speak. People desperately in need of help that is beginning to come, but perhaps far too slowly. As of right now, 1/3 of Pakistan is submerged by historic flooding. At least 1,136 people have died since the monsoon season began just a couple of months ago. 75 were reported dead in just the past 24 hours. And those are the official death tolls. But I've got news for you. When a country is gripped by a crisis like this, when so many people have been driven from their homes, they might still be on the run from these conditions, when roads have been destroyed, when homes have been destroyed, how are you supposed to know who has actually died? And so the true numbers will only come in, if they ever come in, over time. But as of right now, estimates say 300,000 homes destroyed. Obviously, destruction of infrastructure, including the electrical grid, roads made impassable. 1 in 7 Pakistanis has been affected by this. This is literally tens of millions of people. And I wanna show you just a little bit more of the scale of the damage that we're talking about. Take a look at this. Just incredible to see. And of course, we're gonna be talking about climate change because flooding happens. Monsoon season didn't start 10 years ago, but it is made worse in the same way that virtually every natural disaster is made worse as climate change becomes worse. The dry season becomes drier, the wet season becomes wetter, the heat becomes worse, the cold becomes worse. It is important that we understand the nature of the challenge that we face, and it's being played out right now. Not someday climate change will be bad. It's bad right now as we're filming this. Sabrina, what do you think of this?
That destruction is terrifying, and I feel like we're gonna be seeing a lot about the people of Pakistan after this, because how many of those homes that are being absolutely destroyed, how many of them are actually gonna be rebuilt? It's going to take a really long time. People are gonna have to, migrate further out if they survive. It's gonna be a bad thing, and we're gonna keep hearing about it, I think. And not even just Pakistan, but climate change is causing these catastrophic events way more often than we used to see. Like events like this that would maybe only be like every 100 years or so. They're happening on an annual basis. This is not normal. This is not okay, and it's just going to keep getting worse. So I'm quite worried that this is a glimpse into the future.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, look, the infrastructure isn't made to deal with these things. It's not made to deal with this level of flooding. We saw in the UK and France and Spain, the heat waves literally melting infrastructure. Our world is not created for these conditions. And thinking that like climate change is only gonna result in some polar bear like floating on a little ice cap, like it's gonna happen over there. It's not, it's gonna happen literally everywhere. Our ability to produce food, to have drinkable water, as we'll get into, is being affected already. Now, we've had in the US, thankfully the IRA passed. It's historic climate change legislation, but that's only in comparison to what has been done in the past, which is effectively nothing. Far more needs to be done by our country, by countries around the world. In the meantime, though, since these sorts of incidents are unavoidable, they are coming and they will continue to come. We need to do something to help people. People of Pakistan need help right now. Right now, Sherry Rehman, the climate minister of Pakistan, says that they've deployed the Navy inside of the country because the interior of the country right now looks like a small ocean. And to give you an example, sort of wide scale of the damage that was done, this is getting to what Sabrina was saying about, will these buildings be reconstructed? Take a look at this satellite footage. Showing us is March 24th. You can see, and then August 28th, it's just nothing effectively. That place is now gone. And in theory, maybe some of that will come back, but it's gonna be difficult, especially because Pakistan right now, they're talking about multiple of their crops that have been completely wiped out, their cotton crop, vegetable, fruit, and rice fields. So that's people's livelihood. That's also the economy of a country that has been severely handicapped at exactly the worst time for it. They're estimating in terms of what they will need to rebuild. They're saying $10 billion potentially, although, who knows, the incident is still continuing, the damage could grow worse. We did have an announcement from the US Agency for International Development right before we went live. They were announcing $30 million in life-saving humanitarian assistance to help people affected by the flooding, which is great and will do some good. But $30 million versus estimates of $10 billion. Like, really, is this to the scale of what we need? And hopefully, if enough people pay attention to this, and if it stays a concern internationally, then the UN will do something. There will be pressure on the US to act and to send more money. We've shown recently, by the way, as a country, we can send tens of billions of dollars, for instance, to Ukraine in the form of weapons, aid that they desperately need. Can we do it in this case when it's water that we're fighting rather than Russia? That's what I would like to see. Sabrina, any other thoughts?
I mean, I don't know if we're going to send that much money, 30 million. Great, not close to the 10 billion. I don't think that the US would actually send more unless it actually starts to negatively affect this country. So that's just the way this country kind of typically goes. I'm not so hopeful, and it's very sad.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.